how sexy my baby looks. Wow, I love your dress, RC. You're looking so sexy today. You're waiting for your husband? Her husband is eating. Hi, Kaiju. You want to sit over here with your wifey? So pretty. Okay, guys, so I'm just gonna say, I don't care how it sounds, but I really believe there is a way to interrupt the frequencies that are working together to cause weather manipulations, frequencies that help stop the Wi-Fi connection, frequencies that you feel are bothering you, any negative subatomical particle in the air, even if you cannot understand or see it yet, just know that we live in a subatomical particle universe. Even when something is laying on something, it's not actually laying on it. There's something in between the pause and this blanket here that makes it stay there. Little subatomic particles that you can't see. The same way how they're in the sky. Sometimes I feel the same way, you know, when you have the TV on, after a long time, the plasma of the TV builds up a heat, a certain heat. Well, I feel that sometimes the sky, there's something in between our first atmosphere, which will be the first heaven, and then the second heaven up there. There is something in between the first and the second heaven that can work almost like how a plasma TV, when it overheats, it causes heat in the plasma. And when you notice, when you get close to the TV, your hairs will stand up. This is the same kind of plasma that heats in between the first and the second heaven, causes subatomic particles, and then there's different devices throughout the city that manages those subatomic particles. I truly believe as us as human beings, organic creatures, we have authority to obtain certain master frequencies to stop the negative ones. Yesterday I heard my video and I noticed how low it, you can't hear, but for those that you can't hear, well, this video is kind of goes along with what I said yesterday. When we become enablers, we lose our authority to obtain any frequency and pray against anything negative that's happening to our brothers and sisters. We must not become enablers in any sort of means. I'm not asking to go out there and talk about these things, more in the spiritual world where you have so much to give to the point where you just never take. Hey Jay. So that is what I mean by when we become enablers, we lose the authority to obtain a master frequency, to pray against all the other negative frequencies that are hurting our brothers and sisters. A good way, I think, of that, and I'm talking about it because I've noticed a difference in myself. When you pray, and let's say by accident you haven't ate all day, because this is how I notice. Um, I would want to pray on random occasions, but then I would remember I haven't ate all day, and I would think, well, God would want us to pray no matter what time or what we have been doing. So why should I stop now? So I decided to pray one day when I was basically starving, and I realized when you pray and you haven't ate is the same thing as when people fast. With that purpose, they know already that they want to fast to be able to pray. But if you think about it, that's still a sort of a habit. It's a habit. They're not doing it because they understand the process of fasting and how it contributes with praying. Some people found out without them wanting to, and now we can contribute that with the way that people do know about fasting and praying. And I can honestly say it works because I didn't know about fasting. See, I found out this a lot. I don't. Sometimes I wonder if people wonder how I know these things, and I bet a lot of people think through YouTube videos. But there's really people out there that have felt completely disconnected from what the world has been turning into like, and have just investigated, and read on their own for a long time. I'm not Islamic, but I do get along with Islamic and Christian people, and I'm starting to realize that fasting has a big contribution with praying, and sometimes I wonder if that's another reason why people in the Middle East are getting killed, because they understand that concept of praying against the cabal, and that they need to fast and pray in the middle of the night. But I don't agree with the symbols and wall that they go and kiss. So I believe they're doing the right things, but for the wrong energy. So the good things that they're doing for praying is going to the wrong alignment. And I've tried talking to this with Islamic people, but it's very hard to break that habit. And this is what I mean. But this isn't just an Islamic thing. So it's like the same thing. Like when girls cover themselves, when they wear the hijab, this is something that all religions have practiced. But nobody does it for the real reason. They do it out of habit. And when we learn the truth of why we do certain things, then we will be praying for meaning, not out of habit. When we pray with meaning, I think that's when we're able to break any sort of negative alignments. I'm not baptized by any religion, so I do not owe anyone anything. Yes, it's the Jewish people that kiss the wall, but you know, they're not the real Jewish people, so it's nobody should be listening to them, regardless of what they say and people saying to read the Bible, because even the Bible has been manipulated tons in different ways. You have to know which part are the ones that were included to put fear into people. Like, for example, there's a part of the Bible that says that we will be living a time of the ends of times. A lot of people try to say that this is the time that we're living right now, that this is the ends of times, and people are falling for that. It might feel like it's the ends of times because we're finding out a lot of bad things that that they have been involved in. Our own government, what all the destabilization of other countries that we have been involved in. So we're just finding out through technology, but this doesn't mean it's the end of the world. It just means it's the end of their world. We are a new beginning. So we're not losing anything. We are gaining momentum, and we need to rejoice and be happy that we're living through this unveiling. It's like the trash is getting taken out on its own. And we must remain in prayer to forgive not the sins of ourselves, but of our enemies. Because when we forgive the sins of our enemies, we let go of karma. Karma is not of God. This is we shouldn't wish karma onto anyone. We forgive the sins of our enemies because we really feel sorry for them for not knowing. And once we can do that, we let nature and God do his work. We need to not fall into the darkness and let the domino effect reverse onto them. And by doing that, we need to forgive them and actually mean it and feel sorry for them. And the title of this video was Lymphatic System Conjoined with Detoxing. So I think this is a good process of when you want to see effect in your prayer. You detox, remove all the toxins, and not just the toxins from when you eat. This is another thing that I notice a lot of people don't talk about when we talk about detox. When you breathe, you are also breathing heavy metals. So when you detox from your tummy, from drinking things, you also need to detox your lungs out. Because when we go out there, we breathe some heavy metals. So if you know anything about the brain function and how important it is to know how to breathe for your brain to get enough oxygen, this will make sense with having to detox your lungs. So the way you would do that is you would put a pot to boil, and you put some water. I know there's all kinds of different arguments with water, so just try to use the most clean, alkaline, distilled. If you have the Kagan machine, even better. That's what I'm saving for. So you put some water and you put it to boil until it starts steaming. But you put low fire, because if you put high fire, the water will just evaporate, and you want it to steam slowly. So, because I like to see them together. So you put it to steam on low fire, and you get a towel and you put it over yourself with your face close by to the pot when it's steaming, and you start breathing that in. You breathe that steam and you hold your breath until you feel the warmness in your lungs, and then you release out. This will be a good detox method for your lung. And then to make it even better, throw some mint plants in there. Anything you have that's mint. This is my guayaba plant, and I've been reading the leaves of guayabas are cancer fighting, so I'm going to be reading on that. Let me see. Yes, some parsley. But anyways, so you want to steam some good herbs. Put a towel over you, kind of cover your surface, and let the steam go to your face. Breathe it in and let it stay in your lungs. Now, another way to detoxify that a lot of people, I've noticed that nobody really mentions, is I think the best thing to use to detoxify is charcoal. And charcoal went really trendy with makeup stuff and face cleaners and things like that. I think the reason for that is they wanted to get trendy. The charcoal, they wanted to get trendy in the makeup area, you know, where the bimbos that use makeup, that's where they wanted to go to, because they rather have it go to the bimbos with the makeup than for the people that are trying to detox. And this is the real use of charcoal has always been to detoxify, because anything you burn turns into charcoal. But what happens when you burn minerals and good rocks that came from good soil? The charcoal then becomes micronized and infused, and it works as a sponge. That's why you see whitening products that have charcoal, and it's unbelievable because the charcoal is so black You would never think it will work to whiten. But the reason why it does this is because charcoal comes from micronized rocks and pebbles, and good source of rocks that came from good clean areas. So when you use charcoal to detoxify, you can order this online. Make sure you get the one that says pure micronized. You want it to say micronized so your blood can absorb it faster. And when you take these things like charcoal, always do it on an empty stomach. I know it says to not do it on an empty stomach, but they're only doing that and saying that to protect their ass. You do it on an empty stomach when you detoxify, and it'll clean you out. Do it at night, so when you go to sleep, your body is resting and the charcoal does its work. Okay. The next day, what you can also do is here, I'll show. This is something I did. I know it shouldn't be on plastic bottles, but I really like the Fiji bottle because it just looks pretty because of the flower. But you see, this water looks kind of pink. There's strawberries, mint, and lemon. And you just let it sit all night. And this is the water that you should be drinking for the rest of the week. And now I just basically steam, boil eggs. I just eat what my body needs, and that's it. So when you're ready to gear up and pray against any alignments, or when you want to clear your sky, at least bubble your apartment or bubble your house up. You can detoxify and be really clean. And the reason I think this works is because we attract the positive vibes. When you are full of, you want to call it, after you detoxify and you drink the fruits and all the good stuff that helps the lymphatic system, you know, to rejuvenate itself, you attract the positive vibes of plants and the subatomic particles that are working in the positive light. You are unrecognizable to the darkness, which would be people that are drinking soda, eating fast food. These people are on the low atmosphere down here. And you want to lift yourself up with the subatomic particles that are up here, fighting with the chemicals that are being sprayed by the chemtrails. They're spraying them up in the second heaven. So by the time in the evening that it drops down here, whoever has been drinking soda or eating fast food, it will, these are the people that will absorb it the most immediately. I know I love soda too. Like sometimes I'll drink water all week and then I'll binge on soda for one whole day. So it's a working process. You know, you might not do it right the first week. Hi. You might not do it right the first week, but then the second week you have to try again. It's just consistency. And after a while you might think, oh, I drank soda for all day today, and it'll make you feel so bad that you won't do it again for another week. And when God sees that you're trying, eventually he will help you. One day you will wake up and you won't even crave the soda. You just kind of have to put a lot of those good vitamins of the fruits. Once you put a lot of the good antioxidants of the fruits and the good proteins of food, when you get that in, what pushes out is the stuff that the soda left in for you to crave it. So the more you put these things in, the more it comes out. And this really, I feel like you guys really need to do this, because this is where you boys, men are losing testosterone. So the more testosterone you guys lose, the less protection us women have. And that's another thing, like women became organic open portals a long time ago. Sometimes this is I wish I had more friend girls, but I don't, because when I talk to them about these things, we females, we're not willing to change that. I see Sometimes I see it more in the men wanting to change. Women are still making up excuses that we have kids, that we have work, and I just would like to see us get out of that excuse already. We need to look hot for our men to want to fight and want to be here for us. So, and not just for them, do it for yourself too. So, don't go out to eat fast food anymore. If you know you work all day, make sure you take peanuts and bananas with you. Um, this is all my stuff. Like, I finish a whole bag of potatoes throughout the week. But anyways, I don't want to be a show off right now, but I love my cats. And I'm almost done covering myself up. See, I live in apartments. I live in the back, but I have a balcony, and every time I come out, everybody sees me, so it's kind of annoying. Sometimes I want to water my plants, and then I see everybody staring, so I just wanted to put a few plants to cover myself. But yes, guys, I hope you have a good day. And it is going to be a wonderful day because I truly feel we have gained momentum. Yes, I love my spot. I'm very proud of my place. At 25 years old, this is my own apartment. And God has really blessed me, so I have a lot to give back. And that's a fake plant, guys. It's hard to keep up with all these plants. I have to be home to water all these plants. Yes, it's a small place, but these are my Christmas lights. I did this for my girl. Where is she? But she climbs up here. Well, yes, guys, let's try doing this. Let's try working this out. Try to detoxify today. Drink clean water with fruits in it just to flavor it. Put herbs, mint, strawberries. That's my best. When you put strawberries, it makes the water even soft. Like, I can feel my teeth turning soft. And also another thing that I wanted to mention is when you go out to shop for fruits, it really doesn't make a difference if it says they're organic or not. The way that when I go to the grocery store and shop, I like buying the fruits that look like they're about to rot. That's how I know that they're real. Not when they're rotting, but when, like, you know, when bananas, when they start getting brown spots, the brown spots are a sign of fighting agents in the banana. The banana wants to protect itself from rotting, so it sends agents for it to fight itself. It's a defense mechanism, the brown spots. So when I see a banana that has brown spots, those are the ones I go for. Also, when you get an avocado, you know, the seed, if you're able to take off the, not the seed, but the stem. Let me see if I can. So let me show you. So this is an avocado. When you shop for avocados, take this off, and if it comes off easy, that means it's ready. If it takes, if it's too hard to take off, then no, it's not ready. So that's how you do it. And let's see. Well, yes, guys, that's pretty much it. I still want to try to get more comfortable with YouTube, but you know, I'm better at talking in person. When I talk on YouTube, I still get nervous about saying certain things. Another thing I wanted to talk about, I didn't want to give it attention, but if you're out there listening, there's a particular channel that has been following my activity for almost 7 months now. It's about to be a year. And he's been monitoring me, my everything I do on YouTube. He follows it. I'm not sure how he does it. And by accident, I went onto Chief's channel because I've been trying to look for him, and he was trying to show a video, and it showed on his screen that he received a notification of that somebody liked his comment. And when I saw the notification of this channel liking his comment, I realized it's the same channel that harasses and monitors me all day on YouTube. So, and I just wonder, I wonder what's the connection between that. You know, sometimes I feel like the channels that really expose things, they never get to get big. Not that some of them want them to, but I just think it's weird how Chief gets a notification of this same channel that monitors me all day on YouTube. So sometimes I have to watch out what I am commenting, because I know this channel is just waiting for me to comment something like by where I live. I don't really comment on any subjects that have to do with my city, because this channel follows me all day wherever I comment. He likes my comments on purpose so I can see that he's following me. And I cannot block him because I can't find him, because he has like the most random name, and I can't find him to block him. And I just kind of wanted to put it out there in case there's anyone that's being watched by the same channel as well. His channel's name goes by someone, and I didn't want to give him that much importance, but if you're listening to me right now, you better speak up and say something for you liking every single comment I put on channels, because it's freaking me out how you can follow me everywhere. It's not freaking me out because actually sometimes you help me, so my comments are shadowed and blocked on most all big channels. And when this channel likes my comments, even though I know he's been following me all day, in a way it helps, because by him liking it, it makes it visible. So I'm not sure what his deal is with following me everywhere, and I don't know how he does it. So yeah, I know. I know. I had a feeling it was that. I just, like, I didn't want to give them that much importance, I guess. But thanks, Jay, for being here. Well, I'll speak to you guys later. I have to look for my daughter. Oh, there she is. God bless everyone, and let's really try that today. Let's try to detox and try to see if you see a different effect on prayer. I start with try to picture in your mind a bubble surrounded in your house. Start with little parts. Try to bubble up your house in Holy Spirit, a bubble of holiness. When you detoxify and drink your water, think in your head that's what you're doing it for, so you can bubble up your house and protect it. And when you eat fruits, and when you're hungry, eat peanuts. And when you eat chicken, wherever it's from, steam it, infuse it with herbs and good oils, nothing fatty. I use coconut oil to cook, or grapeseed oil. Just try to be healthy so we can pray with meaning and not with habit. Okay? I love you guys, and I'll talk to you later. My name is Libby. So, yes, that's my name. It's half of my name, but the way you pronounce my name is kind of weird, so I'll share that with you guys some other day when I write it on the title, because I don't know where my name comes from. It's a weird name. Yes, I'll try to say it. My full name is Libiet. It spells Libyer. Libyer. But since it's hard to pronounce, just say Libby. And yes, guys, this is a bird cage, but I put my cats right here so they can chill and look outside. Okay, guys, I'll let you go. And let's gear up in prayer because we have gained momentum. And you will see that all of a sudden everybody is woke and everybody knows about the sky. And that's okay. Like, we've been waiting for you guys. So, thank God. Okay, bye now.